Another thread from Carlos Asuida. Earlier today, I posted an article from Breitbart, an article saying that we need to mitigate the toxin of the White House press corps. Well, Donald Trump just proved my point that he knows exactly what he's doing. He eviscerated the press today. It's clear that we're going to come in well under the worst case scenario, so the press is going balls to the wall to get Trump. And today, he smashed them flat. Every time. The best was about another Obama-era inspector general. Trump refused to answer any questions about her negative report on testing supplies. He demanded that they tell him her background. The press was forced to admit that she's an Obama agent, a saboteur. And Admiral Giroir, the Assistant Secretary for Health, said that she's required to submit her report to the government first. But instead, she went to the press in order to try and discredit Trump. He pointed out that her report is old, and the hospitals in question are insisting on using the Obama-era system of going through laboratories that they no longer have to use. We've now tested far more people than any other country on Earth, and we created the new system in a week. I urge you to watch the press conference. Trump was on fire, and he proved his point by leaving early, and we instantly saw a change in tone. Trump is playing these cretins masterfully. This is why he keeps them there. The press is helping Trump. We're all seeing that these are maniacs. And Trump is praising the hell out of Democratic governors. Everything is a net positive for the country, the economy, and Trump. I saw something yesterday that made me laugh. Ariel Scarcella is a lesbian activist who walked away from leftism because of the hate and the hatred of lesbians. This is a good interview to watch when you have time because she says what I've heard so often. Link in the description to the thread. I didn't know about her, but I like to watch her now. There's absolutely nothing off-putting about her. She said what I knew she'd say. Leftists tell her, "Why can't you be nicer?" Isn't that hilarious? The most vicious, cruel, and hate-filled people on earth tell her to be nicer. She is nice. She's very nice. There's nothing wrong with her. This is what was trending on Twitter. The wisdom of a leftist. Then from Akkad Daily, Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee wrote an anti-Trump screed that is trending on Twitter. That open letter is worse than the diary of Travis Bickle from Taxi Driver. Demonic hate. Why can't you be nicer? Dr. Karlin Borisenko is another leftist who's had enough. She gets the same complaint, that she's too mean. Here's the deal. All sane people have had enough. We need at least two political parties, but they have to be sane. Trump is goading the insane party into imploding. We're going to see the press do this long before the election. Now, this is a scene from Alien in which Ash attacks Ripley, goes completely insane. I have a niece who was the most spoiled, tantrumy child that I've ever known. She went through a period when she was 7 of throwing 20 tantrums a day. Her parents were helpless or indifferent, who knows. It was absolute hell. When the family visited, she would seek out my brother and me to throw a screaming tantrum in front of us. So one day, I just started doing this. And he posts a video about with tuba duets to the Tetris theme song. It'll link in the description. I continue with Carlos's thread. I can't play tubas, but I can make my voice that deep. She didn't know what it meant. Stop that, she shouted. I kept doing it. So she ran inside. All it took was about 4 times, and then the tantrum stopped. My spoiled 7-year-old niece had a learning curve. The press doesn't. Get ready for their last bonsai charge. They'll be screaming at Trump, spinning, puking white fluid. It's going to be stunning, so relax. There never was a slow start to Trump's response. On January 17th, he ordered the CDC and Homeland Security to begin screening travelers from China. Here's what Dr. Fauci was still saying on January 21st. Not a major threat, according to Anthony Fauci, January 21st. The press is telling us that Trump is endangering us by, quote, ignoring expert opinion, just like he did on January 17th. The press is finished. You're dead, son. Get yourself buried. Burt Lancaster, The Sweet Smell of Success.